So many people will be dealing with Medicare as they hit that magic age of 65. I'll be hitting that year next year and all along those lines. But we've got a great show here, and I've even been watching some commercials that have been talking about it here on my local TV station. But we've got Tony King out of Texas, and she's got a guest that talked about Texas as well. And we're going to see what she's got to say about this very important issue and all along those lines because she just got a letter from Sugarland and everything like that, where they were having some issues with their Medicare and all in that space. And of course, you can always send letters to Tony, and she will definitely answer the question. But apparently, this was a couple out of Sugarland, Texas, that was having issues and all along those lines because they were trying to switch from a supplemental to another form as well. But I'll let you explain more about the letter. But I did read the letter, and it looks like they were having some issues with what they wanted to do, and it was a common mistake that a lot of folks make. But I'll let you go into the letter and talk about what this young couple, Ginger, and I forgot her husband's name, but I do remember Ginger because it's a kind of unusual name and a kind of catchy name and everything like that. So, and that was also the name of a character on the Love Boat.
On the
Not the
what?
Love Boat, not the Love Boat. I said the Love Boat, but on Gilligan's Island.
Oh,
Gilligan's
yeah,
Island.
Ginger. I
Yep.
forgot about that. On
Yep.
Gilligan's Island.
Yep.
Boy, how do you remember that?
I date myself, and I have a lot of memories of a lot of things. I was actually just talking to a friend of mine about something that I remembered even from my college days and all along those lines. So I've got a pretty good memory of different things. I was even remember something, and this has nothing to do with Medicare, so I'll let us get back to topic and everything like that. But I was sharing with a friend a romantic moment that I had that was kind of comical and all along those lines because the woman had unusual toys in her dining room and all in that space. And I remember that, and that was like 30, no, 35, 40 years ago. But I still have vivid memories of that particular incident. So, yeah, I've got a pretty good memory of different things. Now, there were some other things that I might not remember as well, but yeah, I can remember
Okay, Mark.
back to my childhood.
You're getting a little frustrated.
Yeah,
This one is probably going to send a few people into a stress mode
right.
because they don't realize that if you make a mistake,
Hmm.
that you may be stuck with it for a long time.
Yeah,
So this person last open enrollment, and from October 15th through December 7th is when you start getting marketed to.
right,
It was during open enrollment, and they really wanted to get a Medicare supplement.
right.
Okay. So they had a telemarketer call them, and they signed up for the supplement and enrolled, and the whoever it was that enrolled them and everything took off.
Wow.
Didn't finalize anything for them.
Mm.
They got issued with the Medicare supplement. They were approved, but these people had a Medicare Advantage plan.
Well,
And whenever you're on a Medicare Advantage plan, you are no longer in Medicare.
gotcha.
Your Medicare outsources you to that insurance company. That's called Part C of Medicare.
Right,
All right. So they originally had a Medicare Advantage HMO.
right.
All the agent or the person that they're talking to needed to do was enroll them in a prescription drug plan,
Hmm.
and their Medicare Advantage plan would leave,
Right,
would go away. They didn't do that. So their Medicare supplement started January 1st. They're paying $400 for premium for both of them, the husband and wife.
right.
It averaged up to about $400, but they couldn't use their Medicare supplement because Medicare wouldn't pay. They
Mm.
still had the Advantage plan,
Mm.
and the person should have enrolled them in a standalone prescription drug plan, and that would have totally gotten rid of their Medicare Advantage plan.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So this year she's emailed me because now we're into August,
Right.
and she's like, I've been paying for this since January 1st, $400.
Right. Yeah, I saw
The
that for you.
Medicare supplement has never paid. It didn't pay because she had a Medicare Advantage plan, and everything went to that Advantage plan.
Okay.
So now she needs to, during this next open enrollment, she needs to enroll in a standalone prescription drug plan, and that'll get rid of her Medicare Advantage plan to start goes away December 31st,
Right.
and her original Medicare with the Medicare supplement will be there January 1st.
Right.
So she's still got time that she's paying the $400 and not using it, but she has to wait until open enrollment to disenroll and get her a prescription drug plan. So she gets on original Medicare with the Medicare supplement. It's kind of confusing.
Yeah, that can be very frustrating because if I'm hearing you correctly, if she's paying $400, we're in the month of August, as you just said, which means that she's already paid 7 months because July was last month and everything like that. So 400 times seven is $2,800
$2,800.
that she's already paid and everything like that. So
She's
that's
paid $2,800 and has never been able to use it.
wow.
Yeah.
That's
So you need to make sure that if you get, I mean, they're talking or you get emails, we see things coming from the New York Post about how the scams are just exploding.
yeah.
Scammers are exploding big time.
Oh yeah.
And you need to make sure that when someone is calling you, if you don't know who that person is, hang up
Right.
because you're going to get tons and tons and tons of scams. And they know how to talk you into signing up for that Medicare supplement. Maybe you have an Advantage plan. Maybe you're on a PPO or an HMO, and it will talk you on how to, they'll enroll you. But if they don't put a, you know, if they enroll you in that Medicare Advantage plan and you have a Medicare supplement, your supplement's no longer going to pay because you're no longer in Medicare.
Yeah. How concerned, speaking of that, would you be concerned about? I know you talked several times on this show about the scammers, and I agree that they are out there big time. I still get calls, even at my job place, and usually we hang right up and everything like that. But I've also noticed, as I mentioned at the beginning, a lot of commercials around Medicare on regular TV, whether that's your local channel or whether that's one of the cable channels like Icon or Ion, I think it's called, or something along those lines. So, how concerned should people be about those commercials that might be advertising a service, whether that's for an insurance agent or a lawyer or somebody that is claiming that they can help you? Because I have seen at least, I think, two in the last week that are running consistently.
Well, you got to realize you're a walking dollar sign. You've got more money than you know that they're looking for. So if you're calling about you want to go with Humana's Medicare Advantage plan, you see that ad,
Yeah.
or you want to go with another company's Medicare Advantage plan because you see there used to be an ad with Joe Namath. He would advertise something,
Right.
and you're thinking, I really would like to have that gym membership.
Right.
Don't call them. Talk to your doctor first about the plan before you ever make a change.
Right.
Make sure that that's something the doctor thinks is best for you. Because if you're someone, and we've talked about this before, if you're someone that enrolls in a Medicare Advantage, HMO, or PPO, and you want to come down here to Texas and go to MD Anderson, they may not be accepting your plan.
Right.
So you got to be real careful with your health because there are no do-overs.
No do overs at all and everything like that. I've had friends that have worked for different insurance companies. I know we talk about the scammers and all along those lines, but I do know that if I remember correctly, a lot of the insurance people, and that might have been what happened with this lady Ginger and everything like that, are working on a commission basis and everything like that. So you need to be careful when you're dealing with your insurance agents and all along those lines. Because I have friends in the space, so I know that a lot of them are dealing on commission, and a lot of times they're ready to go move on to the
I
next
work.
commission.
I'm on commission. I'm an insurance agent. I know how to make the commission. I know how to close the sale, but I'm not a call center. And
Right.
the call center has taught those people exactly what to say, how to say it, and to get you to make a change. I mean, that's you just got to be very careful. Just because you see something and it's got a gym membership, the LA Fitness, and You want to start going to the gym and you think, well, I don't do it with my Medicare supplement, so I'm going to go to the gym with this. And then you got to go have a serious surgery and you go, wait a minute, my Medicare supplement paid for this. Well, the Medicare Advantage, you might have copays and deductibles and all of that. I mean, it's just like the group insurance that you have with work. It's pretty much on the same basis.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I know that in this case with Ginger and John, because that was their names and everything. Like I said, I did remember Ginger because of the TV character and all along those lines. But I know that you had talked to them because apparently they got one of those telemarketing calls. That's when they got found out that they qualified for this Plan G and everything like that. And like I said, we see that they've spent a lot of money and everything like that. So I was just wondering what kind of resolution have you been able to help these people from
They're
should
going to
it
have to wait until this open enrollment, enroll in a prescription drug plan. It will disenroll them from their Advantage plan,
okay.
and everything will start January 1st. If the person who was helping them had done the Advantage plan last fall,
Hmm.
excuse me, had done the prescription drug plan last fall and enrolled them in a prescription drug plan, they would have already been disenrolled. It would have started January 1st. The Medicare supplement would have started January 1st. They'd be fine.
Right.
Thing would be in place. There's rules that you have to follow, and Medicare goes by their rules. If you don't use them, you're hurting yourself. You're not hurting Medicare.
Right. And I see in the letter that you also told them about the original Medicare that'll start back in January 1st, 2027, and that there was nothing that could be done regarding the situation that they were in and all along those lines. So, like you
Right.
said, they're just going to have to wait until they can actually make the changes. It'll be better for them and everything like that. I also see that you had also talked about and that's what I guess I was asking about insurance agents because I know a lot of insurance agents, and I know you're an insurance agent, are very well trained, but I don't know that every insurance agent is as well trained, and that's what it sounds like you are saying about this particular agent that they were dealing with. He might not have been properly trained, or he might have been trying to move on to his next sale, as if he was
Oh
going to.
yeah, he did it, closed it, got it issued. That was it. He never even thought about having them sign up for a prescription drug plan. He should have gotten back with them. But
Right.
Medicare, you have this year, you have what's called Medicare open enrollment,
Hmm.
which is where, like, I have an individual Part D plan. I can change my Part D plan. If I want to enroll in an Advantage plan, I can enroll in an Advantage plan. That's the two things you can do from October 15th through December 7th. But after January 1st, if I enroll in something and I want to go back to original Medicare, I enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan and I want to go back to original Medicare, or I want to change the Medicare Advantage plan I'm in, that's called Medicare Advantage open enrollment period.
Right.
And that's what I said. They could have made that change. They could have gotten a prescription drug plan and pulled them off and gone back to original Medicare. But after March 31st, they didn't make a change. So
Because
they're
I.
stuck. So what I did was I said, you might call Medicare and explain your situation, and maybe Medicare can override the Medicare rule because they're the ones that take care of everything. If you ever got a problem, you call Medicare, 1-800 Medicare, and
Right.
they will answer your problem. They're open 24 hours a day.
Okay. And
The
are they pretty good, or do they have like a long waiting line? Because I know some of those
I don't
numbers.
know. During open enrollment, they will, but they're not as long as Social Security.
Right.
If you've got to go and see Social Security, go to your Social Security office.
Yeah, because I know some of those lines and some of those phone calls can be very long. Even though I had to make one yesterday, I think it was for a banking issue, or it might have been for a no, it was for one of the other utilities. But I was actually shocked. It only took 2 to 5 minutes for the agent to get to me because I know sometimes you can sit there and play tiddlywinks because I bet they
Social Security is hours.
hours. Yes.
Each Medicare office. So you can go online, Google your ad, put your zip code in, because I'm in 77494. So I put my zip code in. It'll tell me what Social Security offices are here. And I can go over there and sit down and talk to somebody face to face. If you end up filing all your paperwork online versus going to the Social Security office, your time you're looking at, instead of it being 10 minutes to get the paperwork collected and done, you're looking at 90 days for them to process everything. I until they really make you totally do it, I wouldn't do anything online. It's a 90-day wait.
Wow.
Across the top of every form you turn in, you write special enrollment period
Hmm.
because you
I
want to
do.
make sure that you're getting those special enrollment periods so you don't get a penalty.
Yeah, that makes sense. You don't want those penalties. Penalties can add up big time. But I did see in your letter to Ginger and her husband that you had also said that one of the things that people are not aware of is that they can have both an original Medicare and a Medicare Advantage plan at the same time. So a lot of people are thinking that they probably have only one or the other, but you were
No,
letting
no,
them
I
know.
said they can't.
Oh, they can.
Yeah,
Can.
you can't.
Right.
What I said was insurance agents are properly trained regarding Medicare Advantage rules,
Right.
so that those enrolled in original Medicare should enroll in a standalone prescription drug plan to disenroll properly from the Medicare Advantage plan once Medicare supplement is approved. You can't have both of them. You cannot have original Medicare and a Medicare Advantage plan. Once you sign up for the Medicare Advantage plan, Medicare starts paying them and you're no longer in the Medicare system. You're in
Yeah.
the insurance company system,
Right.
although they know who you are.
They,
Original Medicare and a Medicare Advantage plan will not pay for you at the same time.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were giving them some really good information. I was putting down the number in case other folks have questions for you, as well as the email, so they can contact you at Tony, info@tonysays.com, or they can call this office number, 832-519-8664. And I have had people that have been watching the show that told me they've been watching it on a regular basis. So if you've got questions for Tony, please call 832-519-8664, or you can also reach her at Tony or info@tonysays.com. Info
And
at Tony.
Tony with a what? I'm
I,
Tony I and not a Y because I'm a girl.
you're a girl.
I'm a girl. I mean,
Mhm.
it doesn't, so that's my tagline. But
That's,
you need to personalize your Medicare. And we have what's called the Medicare roadmap
hmm.
that takes you down the road of Medicare.
Right. You've got the roadmap. You've also got the first step as well, and people can sign up for your Medicare 2026 First Steps Guide. And then the roadmap. I think the roadmap had a fee, but the guide was free, if I remember correctly.
Well, the guide leads you to the roadmap.
Right.
The roadmap will give you some of the basics, but the guide helps you to personalize. The
Right.
guide is $89. Okay, it's $89,
Okay.
but it's going to give you $8,900 worth of benefits or $89,000 worth of benefits. I
Right.
mean, it's got all the answers
It's
to
got
what
the answer
your
to the
Medicare
question that you may
question
be
could
asking.
be. You want to personalize your Medicare.
Right.
You don't want your Medicare. I mean, your bank account is not the same as the person next door to you.
Right.
So your Medicare is not the same either.
Yeah, that makes sense and everything like that. So yeah. So that's one of the things that people will be paying attention to, and all along those lines. And yeah, you did a great job with Ginger and John. So hopefully they will follow up on your suggestions and that call to the Medicare. I mean, get to the Medicare offices.
Well, it'll be October before we can get them finalized. Now,
Gotcha.
October 1st is when they'll have all the new prescription drug costs. Next week, I'm gonna write an article on what Trump's doing
Mhm.
because he's getting rid of the Inflation Reduction Act.
Right.
That's going bye bye,
Right.
and that's changing a lot of things on Medicare.
Okay.
I mean, you know, he's really controlling the cost. The insurance, I mean, he's taken he's not having it to where the government has to pay the insurance companies all the time.
So it'll change it for the better, from what I'm hearing you say. So it'll make it easier for folks if these rules come through according to the article that you're
Well,
writing.
it was going to change at the end of last year, and he moved the change up.
Okay.
So, but I can't tell you what's going to happen for 2020 for fall until they release it
Well,
October the 1st.
I,
So we'll have a I don't know which day is October 1st. I don't know what's on my I'll look at my calendar. It could be a Wednesday, so we'll be able to tell everybody, here's your numbers, here's what you got.
yeah,
It'll show what your new Part D plan or your new Medicare Advantage plan, what the premiums are going to be.
that's actually a Thursday. So the October 1st is Thursday. So maybe we'll get a hint on the 30th, because the 30th would be the that would be the Wednesday of your show. But
Okay,
October,
they'll have some of it, but they won't release everything until like midnight on October the 1st.
so midnight on Thursday, going
So
into
we'll
the.
be able to go through the basics the next week. I'll have this thing totally memorized.
Oh, you got a lot of this stuff memorized. You probably were telling folks even when you went on your trip, because we did run a rerun last week and everything like that. You probably were running to folks on your vacation and were able to rattle this stuff off to them with no problem, because you've got this down to a science. I even saw you, because I get RTIR. I even saw where they were promoting your material in RTIR, which is where I think I first met you and everything like that. But I do get the newsletter, and they've got your nice picture in the newsletter, and they've got your folks, so that folks in the radio television business can know to ask you and everything like that. Because sample questions are, can the wrong Medicare plan actually prevent you from getting treatment, and what's the most common enrollment mistake that leads to denied care. So they say do a show on hidden Medicare enrollment mistakes costing baby boomers medical care. But this is the latest edition of the RPI
Oh,
newsletter.
good.
And there's your picture.
There's me. I'll
There's
have to
you.
go look at it.
Huh?
I'll have to go look at it. I have to go look at it.
Yep, you're on page. You're on page
We
six
need
of
to
the.
we need to seriously do something on Medicare fraud, and we need to have people call in and ask questions
Yeah, we
on
can
the
definitely.
Medicare fraud. You have got to be very careful with who you're talking to. Never give your social security number or your Medicare number or anything if someone says, I got your Medicare card here. Let me mail it to you. Just tell them thank you, forget it.
Yep,
Okay. The
definitely.
only person that's going to mail you a card is going to be Social Security will mail it to you. You can go online to Medicare.gov and find your card.
Oops, they made a mistake. You're gonna have to call them, because you called me for this mistake.
Who?
RTIR.
Oh,
They put down your other number.
oh, they have a special number. They have a
They,
special number that goes directly to them for me,
okay, that 28 number, that 281 number is a number for them, because they have a 281 number.
for them, and then they send me the information.
I got
So
you.
we're
That
confusing people. We're going down. Yeah.
yeah, I got you. Cool. Want to make sure that they didn't make the same mistake I made that one time and everything like that. That's why I was joking. But yes, let's go back to where the folks can reach you. And I think that's a great idea to talk about Medicare fraud and to have different folks come and everything like that. But they can reach you at info@tonysays.com. That's Tony with an I, because she is a girl. She's not
Tony
a,
with an I and not a Y. I'm
right.
not a Y person.
That's that. And you can also call this toll free number 832-519-8664, and it'll come directly to Tony, but it might go to a voicemail. But yeah,
If
she
I
will
go
get
to a voicemail, it's a Google number.
it's a Google number, but she will get back to you and everything like that. And of course, you can sign up for the newsletter at tonysays.com. You can
And you
also.
should sign up for the newsletter because it's going to be full of things for fall. We need to get more newsletter people
Oh yeah,
available.
we want to get more people on the newsletter and everything like that. No doubt about it. So
Okay.
I'm glad
And
that was
yes,
good.
I do have curls, so my girls are going.
I see that, because didn't you
Okay.
I thought you went on a trip, didn't you?
Went to the beach.
I saw.
I'm a yeah. I don't wear sunscreen. I'm a
Well,
bad girl.
you're a bad guy. You know where it says screen. I was going to tell you this has nothing to do with the show, but one of my jobs that you've heard me talk about is I work at a cultural arts center. I had an intern, and the intern is a long way from Medicare because he's a young man. He's like 18 and everything. But he's actually coming in Thursday to your neck of the woods because he's going to be going to college to study cultural anthropology at Rice University. So he's actually coming
Oh, he's
down.
going to be over here at Rice.
He's going to be at Rice. Curtis will be at Rice.
Give
So
him, give him my phone number and tell him to call me. Rice University, Howard Hughes
mhm.
married Rice University's daughter,
Okay.
Howard Hughes, who was the multi-billionaire at that time. And Rice University has been going on forever. It's an original.
Yep.
Rice is unique.
Yeah, very unique. I would tell him to get in touch with you. He and his mother and dad are flying tomorrow to from RDU, which is our airport here, to Houston, Texas, where he will be attending Rice. So they're going to go help him get his books and everything that they need, and then they'll fly back to North Carolina. But
Oh,
they're
he'll
going to
never be the
they're going
same.
to make it a vacation trip for taking him to Rice.
Well, he'll never be the same. Rice is very unique. Yeah,
Okay,
but that's Howard Hughes did. Yeah, he married the person. He had something to do with the family for Rice University.
cool. Well,
So
I would tell Curtis, and it's like I think it's
you
some called
remember Howard Hughes? He was the
I would use. Yeah,
yeah. He was like the billionaire. He was the Yvonne. He was the Elon Tesla of
he was the Elon Musk of his day.
yeah.
He was definitely the Elon Musk of his day. But yeah, because I was telling him about apparently y'all have a in Houston a museum corner because like I said he's been my intern at the Hayti Center, so I was telling him about the HMAC, which is apparently next to the Holocaust Museum, which is next to the Asian Museum. So apparently y'all have like a museum corridor that exists there.
There's a museum that there's the Houston Museum of Natural Science. You can go tour the dinosaurs and stuff.
Oh, cool. Well, I would
Yeah,
tell him all about that, but I would definitely tell Curtis. It's like a one of them Slavic names, but I will tell him to get in touch with you for
and
sure. So
MD Anderson is around the corner from Rice University.
okay, cool. I would definitely let him know that.
Yeah,
So I will tell him to get in touch with Miss.
we're almost at our 30 minutes. We made it close today.
Yeah, we did. So I'm actually going to play a couple of commercials to get us out of here. So we made it in exactly 30 minutes. So I'll play one about mental health because mental health is also very important. So I'm going to play one about mental health and get us on out of here. But yeah, this has been another great show, and I tried to stay on topic because I did have the letter and I did pull it up a couple times. Sorry if I misquoted part of it, but definitely it was a good show.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mark. I
No
will talk
problem.
to you later.
Talk to you later.
Bye, guys. Bye, America.
Bye, America, and bye, the world.
America.
Take it
Okay.
easy. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Nowhere in the corridors of pale green and gray, nowhere in the suburbs in the cold light of day. There in the midst of it, so alive and alone, words support like bone. Dreaming of Mercy Street, where you're inside out. Dreaming of mercy.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke.
Because you know what you feel on the inside.
Isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share.
Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.